The persistent widow. In the town of Jericho, there lived a widow named Miriam. She was a woman of unwavering faith, yet life had not been kind to her. Her husband had passed away years ago, leaving her with no sons or family to protect her. She had only her belief in the Most High to sustain her. One day, a great injustice befell Miriam. A wealthy landowner, a man of power and influence, seized the small plot of land that had belonged to her husband. She had no means to fight back, no husband to speak for her, no money to bribe officials, and no one willing to stand against the mighty landowner. Desperate for justice, Miriam resolved to take her case before the only authority in the town, the judge. However, this judge was known to be a man who neither feared God nor cared for the people. He ruled only for his own gain, favoring those who could offer him wealth or favors. But Miriam was undeterred. The widow's plea. Early one morning, Miriam walked to the judge's house. When the gates opened, she stepped forward and spoke with boldness. "My lord, I come seeking justice against my adversary. The land that belongs to me has been taken unjustly." The judge barely looked at her. He waved his hand dismissively. "Go away, woman. I have more important matters to attend to." But Miriam did not leave. She stood outside the judge's house, waiting for him to come out again. When he left for court, she followed him. When he sat to hear cases, she stood at the edge of the crowd, her voice rising above all others. "Grant me justice against my adversary." Day after day, Miriam repeated her plea. The judge ignored her. He refused to look at her. But still, she did not stop. When he walked through the marketplace, she was there. When he sat to eat his meals, she called out. When he lay down to rest at night, he could still hear her voice echoing in his mind. "Grant me justice against my adversary." Justice at last. Finally, one evening, as the judge reclined on his couch, he sighed deeply and rubbed his temples. "This woman will not leave me alone. Though I do not fear God or care about people, I will give her justice, lest she wear me out with her endless pleading." The next day, he called Miriam before him and ruled in her favor. The land was restored to her, and her adversary was punished for his deceit. Miriam bowed her head and whispered a prayer of thanks. She had not relied on power, wealth, or connections, only on persistence and faith. The lesson of the persistent widow. This story, as told by Jesus in Luke 18 verses 1-8, teaches a powerful lesson. And will not God bring about justice for his chosen ones, who cry out to him day and night? Will he keep putting them off? I tell you, he will see that they get justice, and quickly. Miriam's persistence reminds us that when we seek God earnestly, never wavering, he hears us. Even when the world is unjust, even when those in power refuse to listen, God is the righteous judge who sees and answers.